All right, strap in, folks, because today we are going deep on something.
Deep?
Yeah, really deep, but kind of specific.
Oh.
So we're tackling this one exercise.
Just one.
Yep, one exercise. It's called the IsoKrateca
Catchy.
Right, and it's all detailed out in this IsoKrateca.pdf thing we've got.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Now, you're probably thinking a whole deep dive on one exercise.
Honestly, yeah, a little.
But stick with us. This isn't your grandma's crunch.
No.
Nope. This ISO crunch claims to use your whole body.
The whole thing.
Head to toe, they say.
Yeah, what?
And you need this special device, the IsoTone.
So there's equipment involved.
Yeah. But get this. It can be a warm-up. It can be crazy cardio. Like they say, it does it all.
Now that's fascinating. How can one exercise do all that?
That's what we're going to figure out. So first, let's just break down how to even do this ISO crunch.
All right, lay it on me.
Okay, so you start lying on your back, IsoTone in hand, arms folded.
Basic enough.
But then it gets specific. You got to engage your chest, lift your head up right from the start.
That's interesting. Why so specific?
Well, I was thinking the same thing.
It's almost like they're setting up a chain of tension throughout the body, even before the movements start.
Oh, I see what you mean, like priming the muscles for action.
Exactly. And engaging the chest and lifting the head immediately activates the upper body and core.
Got it. So next you bring your legs up, knees bent, close to your chest, like a classic crunch.
Right, the familiar part.
But then it's like, hold the IsoTone so you can see your thumbs.
You can see your thumbs. That's oddly specific.
Right. Like, why that position?
Well, I guess it's about maximizing the leverage and control you have over the IsoTone.
Makes sense. The IsoTone is providing resistance, right?
Exactly. And that hand position probably ensures you're getting the most out of that resistance.
Okay, so picture that.
Yeah.
Lying there, thumbs visible, IsoTone ready. Now the movement starts.
This is where we see what this ISO crunch is all about.
They call it the squeeze phase.
It's the squeeze.
We slowly press the IsoTone handles together.
Like you're trying to crush something between your palms.
Yeah. But it says, not brute force, controlled force.
There's a difference.
Right. What's controlled force even mean?
I think it means engaging the muscles deliberately throughout the movement.
So you're squeezing, but also like thinking about the muscles working.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's probably about maximizing that time under tension, leading to better muscle activation.
So it's not just a quick flex, it's a slow, controlled squeeze.
Precisely. Unlike a regular crunch where you might just use momentum, here you're working against resistance the whole time.
Makes sense. And I say, as you squeeze, you propel your upper body forward. A to D, bring your thighs closer to your chest.
So it's like a super-powered crunch fueled by the IsoTone.
Right. You're using the IsoTone's resistance to amplify the work your core is doing.
From your chest all the way down to your hip flexors, it's all engaged.
Got it. So you hold that squeeze until the IsoTone is fully contracted, and then
what?
Things get explosive. They call this the expand phase.
Explosive? How so?
You pull the IsoTone handles apart, fast, with as much strength as you can.
Whoa, so it's a sudden burst.
Yep, like a controlled explosion of energy.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you relax from the crunch, lower your upper body and legs back down.
That's quite a shift from the slow squeeze.
Yeah, it seems almost opposite.
I wonder if it's about challenging your muscles in a new way, going from that intense contraction to a controlled expansion.
Interesting. Like a quick change of pace.
And it might be mimicking something called high-intensity interval training, or HIT.
HIT, I've heard of that. It's supposed to be really good for you.
Exactly. It's super efficient for boosting your metabolism and burning fat.
So this rapid contraction expansion with the IsoTone, it's like turning a crunch into HIT.
It seems that way. You're not just building strength, but also getting your heart rate up.
Pretty clever for one exercise. And speaking of heart rate, they also emphasize breathing.
Breathing.
Yeah, especially when you're really going at it.
Well, breathing is important for any exercise, right?
True, but they're specific about breathing forcefully.
Forcefully. Not just deeply.
Right. Like powerful inhales and exhales.
I see. That makes sense. It's about maximizing oxygen intake so your muscles can keep up.
Like turbocharging the exercise with your breath.
Exactly. It helps you maintain that intensity and get the most out of the workout.
So we've got the starting position, the squeeze, the expansion, and the breathing.
The basics of the ISO crunch stage.
But there's a couple other things in this document that caught my eye.
Oh, like what?
They mention another exercise, the high press flat.
High press flat. Never heard of it.
Me neither. And they even mention something about an in-bed routine with the IsoTone.
In bed. Now that's intriguing.
Right. Makes you wonder if there's a whole system here we're just scratching the surface of.
It seems like there's a lot more to unpack with this IsoTone and its exercises.
Absolutely. We might need another deep dive just to cover it all.
I'm game if you were.
Well, listeners, we're going to have to take a break for now, but we'll be back to explore these other intriguing aspects of the ISO Crunch and Age system. Stick with us.
You know, this whole ISO Crunch system, it really flips the script on fitness, doesn't it?
How so?
Well, we're always told to isolate muscle groups, work on one thing at a time.
Yeah, biceps, triceps, all that.
But this ISO Crunch, it's all about integrating everything.
It's like instead of focusing on individual muscles, it's about activating these chains of muscles.
Exactly. From head to toe, they all work together.
And that makes me think it's got to be more functional, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's not just gym strength. It's the kind of strength you use every day.
Yeah, like it's the difference between training for a bodybuilding competition
versus like moving heavy furniture or going on a hike.
Exactly. Real life stuff.
And remember those hints about the high press flat and the morning routine?
Yeah, what was that all about?
It seems like this system is about incorporating these movements throughout your day, not just in a workout.
Like fitness for how we actually live.
Right. And think about it, for people who find workouts intimidating or just don't have a lot of time.
This could be a game changer.
Imagine a few minutes in the morning hitting all those muscle groups.
It's like a mini workout before your coffee.
And you know who else this could be great for? People with limited mobility, maybe recovering from injuries.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
That controlled resistance from the IsoTone.
It could be gentle, but still effective.
Exactly. Strength and flexibility without stressing the joints.
Like physical therapists could use it for rehab.
Absolutely. It opens up a lot of possibilities.
And it's all based on this one small device.
No need for a huge home gym, no expensive memberships.
Just you, the IsoTone, and a few minutes here and there.
It's a pretty minimalist approach, but could have a big impact.
It really makes you think, what other innovations are out there?
Right. What other hidden gems are waiting to be discovered?
This deep dive has definitely got me curious.
Me too. There's so much to explore in the world of fitness.
Always something new to learn, a new way to challenge ourselves.
Exactly. And maybe, just maybe, this deep dive will inspire some listeners to try something new.
Even if it seems a little unconventional at first.
You never know. You might find something that totally transforms your approach to fitness.
I think that's a great takeaway. All right, so to wrap up this segment,
what are your final thoughts on the ISO Crunch?
You know, what stands out to me is how efficient and accessible it seems to be.
I agree. It's like a full body workout in minutes using this one simple device.
And it doesn't require a huge time commitment or a ton of equipment.
It really challenges the idea that fitness has to be complicated or time-consuming.
It can be simple and still be effective.
And the fact that it can be adapted for different fitness levels, different goals.
From warming up to intense cardio, even rehab.
It really is a system that can meet people where they are.
Regardless of their current fitness level.
Yeah.
Or any limitations they might have.
And that's a great message. Fitness is for everyone. There's no one right way to do it.
Find what works for you, what you enjoy, and what you can stick with.
Absolutely. Well said.
Okay, so we've explored the ISO Crunch, the high press flat, all these different aspects.
But there's still one piece of the puzzle left.
You're talking about that morning in-bed routine.
It's intriguing, isn't it?
Definitely. The idea of using the IsoTone first thing in the morning.
Could be a whole new way to start the day.
And we're going to delve into that right after the break. Stay tuned. Okay, so that morning routine with the IsoTone, still pretty curious about that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mystery, isn't it?
They didn't give us much to go on.
Just that hint about using it in bed.
But it fits with the whole idea of integrating fitness into your life, right?
It's not just about dedicated workouts. It's about finding ways to move more throughout the day.
Making it a part of your routine, even in the morning.
Exactly. So what do we know about this morning routine?
Well, they mentioned the high press flat alongside the ISO Crunch.
High press flat. What do you make of that?
I'm guessing it involves some kind of pressing motion, maybe for the chest and shoulders.
It would make sense, right? Balance out the core work of the ISO Crunch.
Yeah, a more well-rounded routine.
But the in-bed part is what gets me.
Yeah, working out in bed, that's a new one.
Maybe it's about gentle movement, easing into the day.
Oh, I see, like a wake-up stretch.
Right, getting the blood flowing, activating the muscles.
Instead of hitting the snooze button, you hit the IsoTone.
Exactly. It could be really beneficial for people who wake up stiff.
Or anyone who wants to start their day with some energy.
And don't forget the mental benefits, a little movement and mindfulness in the morning.
can really set the tone for the whole day.
Less stress, better focus, maybe even a better mood.
And it all starts with a few minutes and this little device.
It's a great reminder that you don't need a lot to prioritize your well-being.
So wrapping up this deep dive on the IsoCrow,
What are your final thoughts?
I'm really intrigued by this whole system, how it challenges the traditional ideas about fitness.
It's a fresh perspective, that's for sure.
It's about integration, not isolation. It's about finding what works for you, not following a rigid routine.
And it's about empowering people to take control of their health in a way that fits their life.
Exactly. So to our listeners, we encourage you to explore, experiment, find what makes you feel good.
Whether it's the iso crunch, the high press flat, or something completely different.
Movement is medicine, and it doesn't have to be complicated.
Find the joy in moving your body in whatever way works for you.
And that's a wrap for this deep dive. We'll be back soon with more explorations into the world of health and fitness. Until then, stay curious, keep moving, and keep exploring.